others. All right, well, let's get started on our backs this morning. I'd invite you this morning to take Shavasana. If that doesn't feel good, then as always, take the shape that feels good in your body to get started today. And in Shavasana, you can let the palms open to the ceiling, let your feet fall open, just take up lots of space here. Close down the eyes. And take a deep, full inhale all the way through your heart space into the very pit of your belly. Hold the breath there. And then open up and just let that go. One more deep, full inhale, just like that. Through the heart space, all the way in the pit of the belly rises in response. And open up and just let that go. And just follow your breath here. Notice all the tiny responses in the body. The rise and the fall of the ribs, the belly. And use that breath as an anchor as you practice this morning. And in this last week of 2020, which has been a very different year for most people, I'd say for everybody probably. We've all been up against challenges and obstacles and life looking completely different than what it did or what we may have expected at the beginning of this year. But as you practice today, in shifting from just typical gratitude of things that we're just always grateful for, I'd invite you to reflect on something from this year that maybe felt like a massive obstacle or challenge or roadblock. But when you move to the other side of it, it created something really amazing in your life. And really amazing doesn't have to be a big, grand change. It can be something small that just really impacted you in a positive way. And as you practice today, you can practice from that place of gratitude for the challenges and the obstacles and the roadblocks and the twists and the turns. Because on the other side of all of those things, there's typically something even more amazing waiting for us. And on an inhale, bring awareness back into your body. You can wiggle through fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. And reach the arms overhead. Take a deep, full stretch here as you inhale from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Maybe your low back lifts off the ground. And as you exhale, just wiggle your shoulders and your fingertips over to the top left corner of your mat. And then wiggle your feet over to the bottom left corner of your mat, making a banana shape with the body. If it would feel good, put your right ankle on top of your left, lengthening through the right side of your body here. And as you inhale, unwind back through center, and then wiggle the shoulders, the fingertips to the top right corner, bottom feet to the bottom right corner, unwinding the ankles, and again, sending the left ankle now to top of right, finding that length through the left side of your ribs. And inhale back through center, lengthen again, arms reach overhead. As you exhale, hug the knees into your chest, wrap your hands around your shins, rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe roll the ankles in each direction. Maybe roll the knees open and close, even getting a little bit of opening into the hips here. And rock and roll the length of your spine. Come up to an easy seat. When you arrive in that easy seat, right foot out front or on top. And then notice if your pelvis is tucked under. Can you lengthen through the spine? Take a deep inhale, sit really tall. Bring the hands to the tops of your knees. As you inhale, press your chest up and open. Take a cow shape with the chest. Lift your chin to ceiling. As you exhale, round through your spine, roll the shoulder blades forward, tuck your chin. And then find your breath here. Use the inhale to roll the chest open, the exhale to round. Just a couple rounds of breath, just like that. And draw back through center. Use the inhale, sweep the arms overhead, deep, full breath in. As you exhale, twist right. Bring your left hand to the top of your right thigh, right fingertips back by your hip on the ground. Take an inhale, lengthen spine. As you exhale, look back over your right shoulder. Breath in, exhale it out. As you inhale, sweep the arms back through center. Take the left hand down on the mat. Just reach the right arm overhead, taking a lateral stretch. Look up at your right elbow. Full breath. Exhale, switch sides, sweep across. Inhale, reach right back through center. Now take a fold forward. Just release your jaw, maybe shake out your neck. Let the forehead get heavy here. Breathe into the right glutes, the right hip. As you inhale, sit tall. Unwind your legs and left leg to top or in front. And then again, inhale, sweep arms overhead, full breath to lengthen spine. As you exhale, twist left, right hand to left thigh, root down into your sit bones, sit tall, and then look back over your left shoulder. Remembering that as we twist today, the exhale pulls your belly button in and up, creating a deeper twist. Inhale, sweep back through center, reach arms overhead. Drop the right arm by your hip, reach overhead to the left. Breath here. Exhale, switch sides. One more time, stretching laterally. Inhale back through center, both fingertips overhead or both hands, fold forward. And again, just feeling into the left hip now. Maybe it feels different than the right. Breathe. Inhale, slowly rise. Unwind the legs. We'll step all the way back to downward facing dog from here. And in that down dog, just pedal out your heels, dropping one heel at a time. You can shimmy the hips a bit from side to side. Now take a deep, full breath in. As you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Take your feet hip width apart. Find your ragdoll. Bend your knees a lot if your hamstrings feel really tight today. Grab opposite elbows. Get really heavy in the crown of your head. Loosen the neck, the jaw here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release fingertips to the mat. Inhale, palms to shins, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach fingertips overhead, pause here. Draw hands through heart center, gaze at fingertips or close the eyes. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, walk forward, high plank, but set the knees to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower belly all the way to ground. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest. And as you pause here, I want you to draw the elbow tips into the direction of one another here, so towards one another. Full breath in. Exhale, release the forehead, tuck the toes, press up, downward facing dog. And take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward between the hands, walk or step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank, set the knees to the ground, lower belly all the way to mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up and back, downward facing dog. Breath in. On the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk or step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high plank, knees to earth, lower belly. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Now take a deep, full breath in. Lift your heels from the mat, arch through your back a little bit. Now exhale, sink the heels, sink back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches to sky, three-legged dog. On the exhale, bend the knee, open your hip for scorpion. Let the right heel get really heavy. Maybe you make some big circles here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step right foot between the hands, standing split. So that left leg's going to reach tall. Now, don't worry about how high that back leg is. Take a deep, full breath in. We're going to add some movement here to bring a little bit of heat into that hamstring. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Bring the left knee, tap behind it, crouch in on yourself. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crouch. Inhale, lengthen. One more exhale, crouch. Inhale, reach. Now on this exhale, left foot steps behind right for your crisscross fold. So your pinky toes line up. That's your IT band, so just breathe. Notice if you've clenched your molars here, shake out your neck. Your knees can be bent as well. Take another breath in. As you exhale, unwind the feet side by side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Just a couple of breaths here, a little bit more heat into the legs here. So take a tiny little tuck in the pit of your belly, sink your weight into your heels. Lift your gaze just slightly to lift the chest. Now press down into the feet. Inhale, just rise to standing from here. As you exhale, draw hands through heart center. Now step your left foot back, warrior two as you step back. Right toes stay at 12 o'clock, sink into the right knee. Extend the arms for warrior two. Settle into that right knee. Press the right knee out and open towards your pinky toe. Inhale, three dancing Shivas. Reach overhead, straighten through that front leg. Exhale, sink back, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. Now flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse triangle. Come off your quad, reach to the back. Maybe you take the left hand around your right wrist. A little bit of extra traction. Take an inhale. As you exhale, sink back, extended side angle. So right elbow comes to left thigh. Reach the left fingertips over your ear. Press down into that right shoulder or right elbow to lift your shoulder. Now big circles in the left arm overhead. Sweep in each direction. And if it would feel good, wrap the left arm around your low back for a half bind here. Maybe send your gaze to the ceiling. That just draws your left pec open a little bit more. Breath here. As you exhale, gently unwind, frame the front foot, find your runner's lunge. So square down hips, chest, drop your belly just a little bit, lift your gaze. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And you can pedal and move, just shake it out. And inhale, left leg to sky. As you exhale, left foot steps through, find that standing split again on this side. So the standing split is simply meant to bring some heat into your hamstrings. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, tap the right knee behind the left and just crouch. Inhale, press down through that left foot and lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, step right foot behind left, find that crisscross fold. And again, release your molars, the crown of your head, shake it out. And now unwind the feet side by side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair, sink low. Last chair for today. Lift your gaze just slightly. Inhale, press down through your feet, come all the way to standing. Exhale, draw hands through heart center, right foot steps behind you, warrior two, left toes are out front. So you can take a few breaths to settle in, extending the arms here. 3 Shivas. Inhale, press straight, reach. Exhale, press through heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse triangle. Lengthen, get out of that left quad. Maybe catch your wrist overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow to the left thigh. Right fingertips reach overhead. And then again, you can make those big circle sweeps, each direction. Now slide that right arm behind your low back. Full breath in. Use the exhale to just open up here. Another inhale. As you exhale, unwind runner's lunge. And pause in this runner's lunge. Again, just using it as opportunity to come into the hip flexor. Full breath. As you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And just pedal it out. Drop one heel and then the other. And now inhale, reach right leg to ceiling, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, step the right foot to the outside of your right hand. So we're coming into lizard lunge. So I want that right foot really wide on the mat. Your hands are on the inside of the right foot. And then notice if you're really arched and pressing up through your low back, can you drop the hips just slightly in the direction of the mat and lift your chest just a little bit? And maybe slide the hips a little bit from side to side or make some circles. This will unlock the hips a bit. It gets into your inner thigh. And then you can set that left knee to the ground, keeping the right toes right now at 12 o'clock. So just with the goal of allowing the hip flexors and the hips to open up a little bit here. We'll come into the twist to open a little bit differently in a moment. Now take a breath here. As you exhale, left hand comes wide on your mat. Drop the right knee open so you're on the right blade edge of your right foot. Bring the right hand to the inside of your thigh. Take your little twist here. As you press the right leg away from you, you can also add a little resistance by drawing it just slightly back towards you. You can take this back further by reaching the right arm to the back of the room, maybe catch your tailbone. Chest stays nice and open here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hands come back to inside of foot. Take the right toes back to 12 o'clock. Now follow me. You're going to tuck your back toes under, lift that back knee. We'll twist open to the left blade edge or left edge of your mat. You're going to come into this kind of modified Skandasana. So I want you up a little bit higher. You're bending into the left knee, right leg is extended. So I want you to press into the outer edge of the right foot. Get into the inner thigh here. So you're crouching a little bit higher here. Make sure that left knee's in the right position. Breathe here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend into the right knee really gently. Same shape now. You press into the outer edge of the left foot if you can. Take an inhale. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Send the hips straight up to the ceiling. Let the head just drop here. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet. And again, continue to press down into the outer edges of your feet. Maybe you take the fingers around your big toes or around your ankles, your choice, for a little bit deeper stretch. This is really good for your hamstrings and your low back. Now plant your hands under your heart. Wiggle your feet just a little bit in towards one another. And now plant your hands at the small of your back. Inhale, flat back, rise all the way to standing. We're going to move into pyramid from here. Turn the toes to the front of the mat, all 10 toes at 12 o'clock. Now, when you do this, when we come up high, you really have opportunity to feel the squareness of the hips. So if that left hip point's jacked way open, it should be in line with the right. You can also narrow the stance so your left foot comes closer to your right heel. Hands can stay at small of back, or inhale, reach overhead and just feel the length from your tailbone to your fingertips. As you exhale, keep that length. Instead of slumping forward, reach as if there's strings attached to your fingers and fold over that front leg. Release here. Now, when you get there, that right hamstring might talk to you. You can bend into the right knee. You can breathe to ease. And then again, you can keep playing with the distance of that left foot. You want to press the left heel in the direction of the ground to stretch out your left calf. Now take an inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, step left foot to meet right, top of the mat. Inhale, slowly rise. All the way to standing, roll the shoulder blades open. Now reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, draw hands through heart center, just pause here. Sorry guys, I had a call pop in. I forgot to put on my do not disturb. Now take an inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, I want you to wiggle your feet wide open here. So the toes point out just a little bit. Drop your hips. Come into a yogi squat or goddess. You can stay up really high. Take your feet wide here. Drop your hips though in the direction of the ground. Bring your thumbs to the heart. Maybe wiggle and twist open. Now take a deep inhale. As you exhale, fold here. Send the hips to the ceiling. Wiggle the feet. Actually, keep the feet. Just turn the toes to 12 o'clock. I want you to keep your feet nice and wide here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step the right foot back. Left foot is in lizard lunge at the front of your mat. So that left foot is really wide open. The hands are on the inside of your foot. And again, I just want you to keep that back knee up for just a little bit to really firm up that right quad. Drop into the right hip flexor. Breathe. Deep, full breath in. As you exhale, set the right knee to the mat. And same thing, I just want you to pause in this lizard lunge. Maybe you shimmy the hips a little bit, getting the hips to release here. And then take the right hand to the right edge of your mat. Flex into the left ankle, drop open into that twist here. Blade edge of the left foot comes to the ground. If you'd like to, you can reach the left fingertips to the back of the room and catch your sacrum. Just keep a flex in the left ankle to protect the knee. Breath in. As you exhale, unwind. Bring the left toes back to 12 o'clock. Now tuck the back toes under, lift up. You're going to, again, drop into that back knee for that kind of funky little stretch here. Just a slight bend. Press into the outer edge of the left foot. We'll stay here for just a moment. Breath. Exhale, shift into the left knee, press into the right outer edge of the foot. Shift back, find your forward fold, release through the middle here. And if you want to take this a little bit deeper, walk your hands through so they're at the left edge of your mat and just drag forward here. So your fingertips point behind you. Now plant your hands under your heart. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Bring your hands to small of back. Slowly rise all the way to standing. Now turn all toes towards the top of your mat. So you're stepping in for your pyramid pose here. Just finding that shape that feels comfortable in your hips, the comfortable distance between your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. As you exhale, fold forward. Bending into the left knee as needed, adjusting the right foot to press into the right calf. Release your jaw, shake out your neck. Inhale, lengthen spine. As you exhale, step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, slowly rise. Reach arms overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep, full breath here. Exhale it out. Inhale, right leg reaches to sky. On the exhale, right knee, right wrist. We're going to set up into half pigeon, but you can also slide onto your right hip and take that different shape here to come off of the right knee. So your choice. Wherever you are, take a deep, full breath in, and then use the exhale to fold forward, complete release. And inhale, slowly rise. Tuck the left toes under, press the right leg up and back, roll it out. Set the toes to the earth. Inhale, left leg to sky. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, half pigeon. So same thing, you can stay up in that half pigeon or you can drop to the left hip, bend into the back leg and take a fold or stay up. Take a big inhale, lengthen spine. As you exhale, find your fold forward. And on an inhale, slowly rise. Tuck the toes on the right foot, send the left leg up and back. And big circles and movements here. And set the left toes to the earth. Slide forward into your high plank, set your knees to the ground, lower to the mat. Come into Sphinx from here. So your elbows will stack right underneath your shoulders. Pull the front edge of the mat towards you. Big full breath in. If you feel good here, you can press down into the hands, into the palms, and on an exhale, gently float the elbows away from the ground. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders up into the ears. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Toenails press into the mat. Breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Roll onto the right hip, right forearm stays on the ground, left hand comes to the front of the body. Press into the right hand and just press the elbow away from the ground here. And that just gives you a little bit of a side body stretch. Slowly lower right elbow back to the ground. Roll back to your belly. And then roll onto the left hip, right hand in front of your chest. Press down into the left hand. Exhale, just press that left elbow away, stretching through the left ribs. Slowly lower left elbow back to the ground. Come back to your belly, finding Sphinx pose. Take a deep, full breath in. And as you exhale, just bring your big toes together. Take your knees wide. Press back into child's pose here. Let the forehead rest.
Take a breath in. As you exhale, slide the right arm underneath the left to thread the needle, stretching out the back of your right shoulder. Your left arm can reach across the mat or wrap around your low back. Unwind back through center. Slide the left arm through, left ear, left cheek to the mat. Unwind. Press into the palms, take a breath in. As you exhale, just slowly lift into tabletop, and you can roll through your spine a few times here, maybe some hip circles, maybe some cat cows just to wring out the spine. And from here, we'll move all the way over to the back. And when you arrive on your back, take your arms out wide. Full deep breath in. On the exhale, let the knees fall to the right. Look at your left fingertips. Inhale, draw through center. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the left. Look at the right fingertips. Inhale, draw back through center. Find a happy baby here. Take the outer edges of your feet. Just let the knees fall open. You can play with a straddle and open and close if that would feel good. And release the feet, hug the knees tight into your chest, wrap your hands around your shins. Use an inhale to draw your nose up to your knees. And as you exhale, release, find Shavasana here. Feet fall open, palms open. Easy breath for these last few minutes of your practice. You can just stay. And on an inhale, bring awareness back into your body. You can wiggle through fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe take that full body stretch again, lengthening from back to front of room.
And as you exhale, draw one knee in and then the other, hug them into your chest. Rock a bit from side to side before settling to your right or your left side, your choice. For just a few more breaths in your fetal position. And use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a seated position. Draw your hands to prayer at heart center. You can close down the eyes or gaze at the fingertips. But take a deep, full breath in all the way through your heart space into the pit of the belly, filling up with all the goodness of your practice this morning. Exhale, just let that go. And draw your thumbs to forehead center. The divine light within me recognizes and honors the divine light within each of you. Namaste.